conductor on the Cog Railway since he retired last spring, but having grown up in Manitou Springs, he's pretty familiar with the locale.
And so the things that I tell the people are things that I've known all my life. And it's kind of fun to tell people about your own childhood, you know. Hi, folks. Hi. How y'all doing? I think what's unique about the Cog Rail, not only is it the highest and longest in the world, but here to see Pikes Peak, this way you get to see 3 sides of the mountain. But it's a very beautiful trip up. You get to see some great scenery along the way. Plus, you get the narration, so you get to learn about the history of the area as well as the history of the Cog. Okay, get on the train. Here we go.
Back in the late 1880s, the inventor and founder of the Simmons Beauty Rest Mattress Company rode to the top of Pikes Peak on a mule to enjoy the view and to check out one of his inventions. Now, Mr. Simmons didn't find his ascent to be very comfortable at all, so he decided to look into building a railway up to the top of the peak. 11 years later, the first passenger train carrying a church choir from Denver made it to the summit.
You know, most people who live in Colorado Springs never come up the Cog Railway. I am surprised how many people that come up on the Cog are residents or natives of here, and this is the first time they've been up, and they've lived here 30 years.
And I've lived in Denver 37 years and haven't been here.
There's plenty to see.
We have just entered into the Pike National Forest.
And to learn about.
I was fascinated by the engineering of the Cog. You know, that was something that I'd heard of, but got an opportunity to look at it and see it and look at the examples over there in the, you know, on the side of the building over there. I was real fascinated by it. It's really quite an interesting, you know, way of getting up that mountain.
That's true. Conventional railroads use the friction of wheels on the rails to provide locomotive power. A cog railroad uses a gear meshing into a special rack rail to climb much steeper grades than a standard railroad. That lets you see some pretty nice scenery.
It was indescribable. The scenery was, I'd never seen anything like that. I've been in the Rockies before, but nothing like up there. I was a little short of wind, a little short of breath. I felt it just like everybody said, but I'd do it again. It was absolutely gorgeous. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever witnessed.
And that trail you see down there is the Bar Trail.